I was saying, yo, but Rico from Street Scores you, and it's time to find out if four-star running back from Mableton, he goes to Pebblebrook, which isn't too far from me. I went to Westlake, so if you're from Atlanta, you know. We're here to see if that boy Dwight Phillips, who has track in his family, dad track runner, all of that, is the fastest player in the country of this 2024 class. I've already seen a couple of highlights, but per usual, I always try to avoid watching a lot of these commits too much because I want to give y'all my real genuine live reactions to a lot of the plays that we're going to look at. So a lot of these plays we're going to look at, like 90-something%, are going to be purely off of me just seeing it for the first time, just like y'all are. Or a lot of y'all may have seen this huddle and may just be coming here to see somebody break it down. Now, the main point I want to prove is whether or not he's the fastest kid in the country, but you know, it's kind of hard to do that when you don't have other kids that are ridiculously fast running next to him and they're pretty much racing each other. But on top of that, we're also going to take a look at, he's coming to the Georgia Bulldogs as a running back technically, but we're definitely going to use him as like a gadget guy, like a Tavon Austin or like a faster Curtis Samuel type of thing. So I'm really expecting to see him. What are we doing as far as vision? What are we doing as far as having the ball on the correct side when you're running with it? What are we doing as far as being patient and allow your blockers to set up blocks for you, open up the hole? Are you decisive? Do you hit the hole and all of that type of stuff? Because if you're the fastest player in the country, at the very least, arguably the fastest player in the country, why is he only a 4-star rather than a 5-star? So we got to take a look at what's stopping him from being a 5-star. Because if you're the fastest player out of the entire country, there has to be some rawness to your game as to why people just feel like they can't quite give you that 5-star. Because we're going to talk about his speed. Of course, go ahead and skip ahead in the video because I'm a big UGA fan, so I'm going to talk about commitments. I'm going to try to update y'all on all kinds of stuff, like where we may stand with like KJ Bolden, Williams Nweri, like how we may end up finishing this class, maybe even with Nathaniel Frazier, on top of the fact that we already have Chauncey Bowens and Dwight Phillips already committed at the running back position for us. We may go in with 3 running backs, maybe the best running back class Georgia's had in arguably ever if we bring all 3 of these guys in at the same time. The speed, the power, and then Nathaniel Frazier is just all of it. Yeah, you can easily argue he's one of the best running backs we've recruited in a long time. He's kind of like the Justin Williams of running back. So again, go ahead and skip ahead if you want to just get straight to the film session, because I like to break down everything. We're going to take a look at his on-3 profile. We're going to take a look at to see where he ranks on all of the different profiles, like 247 on 3, where he is as far as a 4-star. Is he a top 100 player or not? Is he a top 5 running back or not? All of that type of stuff. So before we get into all of that, we're going to talk about his history. We're going to talk about his track time, what he ran in the 100 meter, what he ran in the 40-yard dash, all of that. But before we do, make sure you stiff arm that like button, stiff arm the subscription button, and stiff arm the bell next to that subscription button so you get a notification each and every time I release these videos. Of course, so far, the majority of my channel, like 90% of it, have been just pure film sessions. But also, if I've already done a film session on a player, I will be doing a breakdown and analysis of that player on top of that once they commit. So we already did a Justin Williams film session, then he committed. So I did a whole 20-30 minute video breaking down why he committed, why it was smart. Is he arguably the best linebacker recruit Georgia's ever had in his history? Glenn Schuman's track record, we did like a full breakdown like that. So I have plenty of content coming for y'all, not just film sessions, but I'm definitely trying to stay on the track of a lot of film sessions. I'm trying to get to the point where I'm doing these daily because I got to catch up on all of the recruits we already have, all of the offensive linemen, every player. DeMello Jones, we haven't done that yet. We haven't done like Nakar and Sokovi White. We haven't even done Dylan Raiola yet. So we have so many guys to look at, and then you never know. KJ Bolden may commit. Williams Nweri, however you pronounce it, may just commit tomorrow out of nowhere, and Nathaniel Frazier may commit. We know KJ Bolden will commit till August 5th, so we'll see. You just never know. So the content's going to keep coming. And without further ado, just make sure you stay tuned. Let's get it. Again, if you're here but just pure film session, just go ahead and skip ahead a few minutes and just go ahead and find where I officially start actually doing the film session, because we're here to talk. We're here to talk commits. We're here to talk recruits, and not just Dwight Phillips, but how he compares to the rest of this class, where the running backs that we already have or interested in. Again, like Nathaniel Frazier isn't committed yet, but he's definitely leaning Georgia from all of the sources I've heard so far. And then we already have Chauncey Bowens as well. Dwight Phillips is the speedy guy, but I feel like ultimately he's going to be more of a gadget guy. I don't think he's just going to be a pure running back that we just handle the ball in the backfield. I think we're going to find a way to get him out in space, screens, bubbles, all of that type of stuff, wheel routes. Oh my God, imagine Dwight Phillips with being the fastest player in the country coming out of this 2024 high school class on a wheel route versus a linebacker. Oh my God, that's over with. That's the you hit a team with that enough, they're gonna start defending that, and then it's gonna open up everything else. Dylan Raiola is gonna be able to dot people up deep downfield. You're gonna be able to run the ball in between the tackles because everybody's so worried about Dwight Phillips' speed, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna have a really big impact on this team, on this offense, especially when you have to worry about a guy that's as fast as he is. It gets dangerous. Speaking of how fast as he is, let's just go ahead and get to it now. Shouts out to bvmsports.com. They did a great breakdown of him and provided all of the stats that I want to give you. They said Dwight Phillips Jr., a Georgia Bulldogs running back commit, is both a football and track star at Pebblebrook High School in Atlanta. Well, technically Mableton, Georgia, but like right there, Atlanta metro area. Man, shouts out to y'all, man. Phillips Jr. currently holds the fastest 100-meter dash time in the country for the 2023 boys track and field season. On the gridiron, the Pebblebrook High School junior has an even more speedy 40-yard dash. Let's get to it. On March 18th, Phillips Jr. ran a 10.29 in the 100-meter, knocking off Louisville football wide receiver commit Nathan Sowles for the #1 spot in the nation. He has the fastest 100-meter time out of the entire country out of this high school class coming up. Just to go ahead and let you know. The meet was held in Atlanta, where the temperatures landed between 53 degrees and a low 36. So he has the fastest 100-meter time in the country while running somewhere in between 53 degrees and 36 degrees. That's insane. He probably should have even ran even faster than that. So he's just speed personified. Like if you had to build a person based on speed, I mean, I guess if we're trying to build speedy people, we need to just go ahead and do a full body scan of Dwight Phillips and just clone that, if that's what you're trying to do. It's that serious. Considering his success in those cold temperatures, he really is made to succeed during the football season. I can't wait because everybody else is slow in December, not Dwight Phillips. Not in Dwight Phillips in 40-degree weather. He's still out here running the fastest 100-meter time in the country. Phillips also ran a 4.28 40-yard dash, which is ridiculous. He ran in camp this past December, and boy, that is absolutely insane. I know a lot of people, they hear 100-yard dashes, they don't exactly know how fast that is compared to other people. Well, just know a 10.29 is the fastest in the country. So just go from there and go backwards, I guess. But 40-yard dashes, we all have a better grasp. Just the average fan knows, okay, a 4.28 is ridiculously fast. A 10.29, maybe you think about it if you don't know it that well. I can understand why some people wouldn't know that that's the fastest time. Most fast people run in the 11s, just to let you know. He ran in a 10.29. But again, a 4.28 40-yard dash is absolutely insane. If he ran in the combine, he would have been one of the fastest players in the NFL combine entering the 2023 draft this past season. And this is, I mean, he is pretty small, 5'11", 167, but I think he can even add a little bit more weight and still have that ridiculous amount of speed. I mean, again, he's a track star, so it's not just physical ability, it's not just the genetics from his father also being a track star, but it's also technique. He knows how to use his natural athleticism. You could be the most athletic person ever, but if you don't have the exact technique on how to get these times and how to learn how to use your legs, diet, the right exercises and all that type of stuff, it just won't produce the same results. So he's just so far ahead as far as speed goes, not only just naturally gifted, but also cultivated, developed the exact way that he should have. And the proof is in the pudding with him having the fastest 100-meter time in the country, man. And then just looking at his on-3 profile, man, industry-wise, like if you just average all of these out, that's what the industry ranking is. He's the 109th rated player in the entire country, 9th running back, 15th player in Georgia, and that's ridiculous to be the 15th player in Georgia out of 110 players, man. Georgia's not playing with talent. Texas, Florida, Georgia, better stop playing. You better stop playing with those states when it comes to high school talent. On 3, though, they have him a little bit higher than most, other than ESPN, who has him as a 64th ranked player, 6th running back. On 3 has him as the 112th ranked player, 9th running back, just like the rest of the industry. And that's pretty much around where he's at, somewhere in the low hundreds, but rivals don't like him at all. They don't rock with him at all. I'm surprised he's even a 4-star according to their rankings. But right now, he's already committed to Georgia. I'm expecting that to stick because even after bringing in Nathaniel Frazier, you have Chauncey Bowens as the bulldozer, like the guy that's going to always get you 3 yards no matter what the play design is, no matter how it's blocked. He's one of those guys always going to fall forward. And then you have Nathaniel Frazier, who's like literally everything you want in a running back. Literally. Like, I mean, I don't really even have a comparison for him, honestly. He's just one of those guys that can literally do it all. I mean, maybe you may want to try to compare him to the legendary Nick Chubb. Maybe you could try to compare him to like a Jahmyr Gibbs that just came out of Alabama. Like, maybe it's hard. He can do everything. He's fast. The contact balance is ridiculous. His burst, his acceleration is insane. He can catch the ball. He's literally everything you will run in a running back. Like, he's at the very least a B+ in every single thing you can ask for from a running back. Then he's elite at certain things. It's just ridiculous. Arguably the best running back commit that Georgia will have if he ends up committing to Georgia, and that we've had in several years. I mean, you can go back easily to, at the very least, DeAndre Swift, and then even go back further than that, because I think that Nathaniel Frazier will probably even be better than DeAndre Swift, especially if he could just at the very least stay healthier. But going back to my boy Dwight Phillips, man, the speed is there. Nathaniel Frazier is really fast, but he's not Dwight Phillips. Again, nobody in the country so far testing wise is as fast as my boy Dwight Phillips right here. So we're going to get to the tape. I'm really excited to look at the tape. It's time to see if this man truly is the fastest player in the country. We're 11 minutes in and we're just now getting to the film. So I already know some people already wanted y'all to go ahead and skip ahead. Just go ahead and bounce around. But if you want to know everything behind the scenes and all that type of stuff, that's why I ask y'all to stick around if you want to know all of that. Now let's go ahead and move. Again, this is not even an updated 100 meter. And we also got to remember too, every time we're doing these film sessions, we're going off of junior highlights because these guys haven't even entered their senior seasons yet. I almost said senior citizens. They haven't entered their senior seasons yet. All of these tapes that we've looked at, Justin Williams, Joseph Jonah, John Ye, and Williams Nweri, and all of these guys, this is all KJ Bolden. This is all junior tape that we've looked at for these film sessions. Same thing with Dwight Phillips Jr. Now, after everybody has their senior season, I may go back and start doing updated film sessions on everybody, especially like Dylan Raiola, because right now we don't even have access to his junior tape. We have access to his sophomore tape. So I'm really hoping with him being at Buford High School with KJ Bolden, Jalen Parlade, and Edric Houston, all of those guys, that we're able to get some updated senior tape access to the public, like through Huddle or something. But moving on, Dwight Phillips, 40 laser, 4.28. So by the time he did this in December, he was able to update his Huddle with that, but he hasn't been able to update his Huddle with his fastest 100 meter time because we already said that thing was a 10.29. We got to change that right there. That's still ridiculously fast, but it's not a 10.29. So Dwight Phillips, you better get on that, my boy. But everybody already knows. Anybody that cares knows, so it really doesn't matter that much. Now, where do we have him labeled right now? I'm assuming he's the running back out of the backfield with no label. And oh my God, he's already... Y'all know I talk about angle erasers, right? Y'all know, like, I'm really serious about my angle erasers. Well, there's no better angle eraser than this guy. KJ Bolden's an angle eraser. Justin Williams, even on the defensive side of the ball, is an angle eraser. Nathaniel Frazier is an angle eraser. This guy is the king angle eraser. It doesn't get more angle erasing than that. I mean, it just doesn't. The fact that these guys are right here, they should have been able to get them. They have the advantage. If we're talking about like right here, they should be able to meet in the middle and stop this guy. Even if you don't meet right here, if you just take the right angle and meet right here, you should be able to get him, right? Angle eraser, zoom, Wile E. Coyote, gone. Come on now. Stop playing with him. Stop playing with him. Come on now. You can't catch him, Wile E. Coyote. You can't catch him. And I just love the burst and explosion. I mean, he just accelerates so fast. He's not just a 4.28 guy. He's very explosive and gets to that 4.28 very quickly because that's really important. Being a 4.28 guy with low acceleration, it almost just doesn't matter. And I don't even know what just happened with the tape right there. Did that freeze on my end or was that them? Yeah, that's on there, and that's not even me. So don't blame me for whatever that was. Do not look at me. All right, now he's over here right now. We're just trying to see if he's truly just the fastest player on the field. Oh, okay. A little bit of technique there. A little bit of vision. A little bit of vision, allowing his blockers to make the block, seeing that and adjusting around it. I like that a lot. Oh, yeah, he having too much fun right now. Let's go back and take that. I'm trying to pause it less because I know a lot of people don't like me just pausing it and talking too much, taking it back too often. So I'm trying to let the play go all the way out as I'm talking. But just to go back again, man, look how he's following his blockers. And even this guy at the last second right there, to be able to see him and cut outside before that guy can really make a move. He made the blockers look elite. The way he ran this, his vision and his acceleration and speed made this blocking unit look like the best to ever do it. Because really, honestly, this receiver isn't doing a great job blocking. I mean, if you're trying to get him to seal off the outside, I guess he was, but it looks like that guy could have gotten past him if he wanted to. And then our boy Dwight Phillips just ran right by him. It didn't matter. And then, yeah, this speed in the red zone, everybody's trying to find him. You can't even see him. There's guys pulling, offensive linemen already getting to the second level. That's dangerous, dog. That's an automatic touchdown every time. I don't know how they don't score every time, and I don't know why this tape is so buggy like this. Oh my God, he's even breaking tackles? Angle erased. Let's see if he erases this angle as well. Angle erased. Another victim. Oh, it caught him by the shoelaces, but I think he still got there. But yeah, wait a minute. Okay, so now we're starting to see running back, not just gadget guy running back. Oh my God. Now that has to be speed turned to power. I refuse to believe he's that strong and that fast, because that's ridiculous. He made that player look like a bug on a windshield of a car going 50 miles per hour. What was that? That boy got ragdolled. It looked like Dwight Phillips was a defender laying the tackle on him. Like at this point where I'm gonna pause it at, it looks like Dwight Phillips tackled him. Like, look at him flying. Like, golly, man. You the defender. You supposed to defend. Golly, man. And now I'm trying to notice to see if, like, he's holding the ball in the correct hand. Is he holding this? All right, he has it in his right hand. Okay, you can't really. Oh, my God. I mean, he was in the middle of the field. There's nothing he could really do right there on that play. But, boy, that was crazy acceleration and speed. You can't teach this. Is this him running a route? Okay, can he catch? Okay, over the shoulder catch. Yes, sir. And they're not catching him. Quarterback, throw it literally as hard as you can. Don't even throw it at Dwight Phillips. Just throw it as far as you can. Oh, that was kind of a flick, though. That quarterback might be pretty decent for Pebblebrook. Who was that? Who was that? Sometimes, you know, sometimes you watch tape. You're like, okay, some of these other guys are good. Because when you're watching Justin Williams tape, you can't help but notice Joseph Jonah-Ajayi. Same thing watching Joseph Jonah-Ajayi tape. You can't help but notice Justin Williams. And that quarterback flicked that and threw that far and that easily with a beautiful spiral on it. Oh my God, perfect accuracy too. Dwight Phillips got right under it. Now again, like I said earlier before we started the film session, imagine him like this is a wheel route. Like he's coming out of the backfield and say he started here, does a wheel route around. That's a linebacker trying to keep up with him. There's no linebacker in college football. I love Justin Williams. He wouldn't even be able to keep up with a 4.28 guy running a route past him like that. This is a mismatch that defenses will have to game plan for. Like I said, at the very least, with defenses having to worry about that, is going to open things up for the rest of the offense. Again, him as a receiver, and most importantly, this is not just a normal running back catch. Oh, like I said, over the shoulder catches are some of the most difficult catches to make in football. There are a lot of really good receivers that struggle with over the shoulder catches. Just, I mean, again, like I said in a previous video, just picture yourself running as fast as you can. And like literally the fastest you can, you have to catch a ball backwards. Like you're looking backwards, not even looking like this, still running forward, looking up. And then once it comes in your vision, it's coming in hot. You don't have much time to react. You just have to have your hands ready. And then the sure hands, the strong hands for not to bobble it. Doesn't bobble it, just sticky, just right there. Just glue in his hands where it just immediately attaches like a magnet almost. Like he has a magnet in his hand on the ball and it's just right there and then he just outruns everybody. That's an unfair play that Georgia needs to watch over and over again and find a way to utilize it. And even look at him as a receiver. I mean, it wasn't like the best route running technique. He just ran up and was like, all right, okay, this guy's waiting on me. Let me come back a little bit, throw it. And then he's just going to make guys miss. And that's contact balance. So he's not just a fast guy. I don't know why people don't really see him as a 5-star. I mean, it's not only speed. He's showing you catching ability. He's showing you contact balance. He's already broken like 3 tackles. And we're only a minute 52 into this film session already. Oh my God, this is the type of speed you can't teach that, bro. There's absolutely nothing you can do about that. Literally zero defense for that. Now, when he gets to the SEC, of course, I mean, it's going to be the guys that he's going against are faster than who he's going against at Pebblebrook. But, oh, my God. Did he even hit him with a juke move? He did. He stuttered a little bit and then just kept going. So there's agility there as well. And again, the speed is so dangerous that he made this guy fall off of the slightest little hesitation. Gone. He just planted his foot real quick and then went right back outside. Little in out, and that guy fell. Oh my God, the way he failed, man. He has people on the ground so much, whether it's breaking a tackle or juking them out of their socks like that. This is embarrassing tape for these guys, man. If I were that defender, I would do whatever it took to get that tape erased. Now he's the outside receiver, and they just told him to go long and just told the quarterback to throw it as far as you can. He still underthrew him. And hey, man, this guy's running past everybody. This is unfair. Like I said, I think we're going to use him as a gadget guy. I think we're definitely going to work on improving his route running and his hands and working on that, because they're going to use him as a receiver a lot too. He's definitely not going to be a pure running back, but the yards after catch ability, not only because he's fast, but he's strong, is just unfair. And then look at the, oh my God, that was so convoluted. How did he find the right hole to go through at the right time? The vision is there. The hands, the vision, the contact balance that I've seen so far. I mean, granted, this is a highlight tape. This is not just looking at every play, including his bad plays, but I feel like I'm seeing enough to where he should be a 5-star. Am I tripping? Like, how do you think there's 111 players better than this guy? And then look at this magic he's working on this return right here. Oh my God. Angle eraser. This guy's way further than him, and just, he's making everybody looks like they're running in slow motion, bro. What is going on? What is exactly going on here, man? And then, okay, a little trick play. They weren't ready. Oh, great vision. Great cut. Hey, I'll take it, man. Positive play right there. Let's see another handoff. He's taking it outside, cutting it back inside. Hey, man, he tries to follow his blocker. I'm not mad at that. Got as many yards out of that as he could, because they looked like they were ready. It was like 4 people waiting on him to run that ball right there. And then a little screen to the outside. And that was a tough catch, man. That was slightly underthrown. Thrown at like his knees or almost his ankles. And I think he still may have reached out for the touchdown there as well. This guy's a little different, man. Now, again, let me look at a few plays to see if he's running with the ball in the correct hand. I think on this play he isn't. I think it's in his right hand. He's on the left side of the field, which I do not like. Let me see. I remember it being like one play where he had the ball in the wrong hand. Again, this is in the middle of the field. And then he cuts outside and he has the ball in his right hand. Can't complain right there. But I feel like I do remember there being a play where he had the ball in the wrong hand. But again, when you're in the middle of the field, what can you really ask somebody to do? Just get up in there and score as soon as you can. We're not going to even critique that. We're not going to be nitpicky about having the ball in the wrong hand right there, because there is no wrong hand. Yeah, this play is ridiculous. Let me go back to the beginning. It was one of these early plays. I think I remember seeing him having the ball in the wrong hand. Okay, he's in the middle of the field. What can you do right there? Outrunning everybody. What does it matter? I mean, at this point, you would hope he would switch to the left hand, but he already has everybody beat by like 10 yards. It doesn't even matter. Is it this play maybe? Maybe I'm tripping. I feel like I saw a play. I was talking about something else, and I wanted to keep a mental note to go back. Right, here we go. Yeah, he has the ball right here. He has his ball in the right hand, even though he's on the left side of the field, and most of the defense is to his left. It's to his right. You shouldn't have the ball in your right hand right here. So that's something easy to clean up. That's something very, very easy to clean up. We can work with him and get that done quickly. We can get that out of his system immediately, so I'm not too worried about that. So that's a little bit of rawness, but again, from what I've seen so far, the vision right there and the patience to allow his blockers to do what they do. When you're the fastest player on the field, you may, oh, that's them going against McEachern too. That's funny. Know a couple of people that went to McEachern. That's funny. Again, they tails whooped by Dwight Phillips. They're probably gonna get whooped again this upcoming season. But yeah, man, I mean, when you're that fast, you typically just want to go ahead and outrun everybody. You don't even want to wait for your slow little blockers to get in people's way. You feel like you could just take on the whole team yourself. So the fact that he's displaying patience at a young junior age, not even senior tape, junior, shows that he has a lot of running back potential. But again, I think we're going to use him more like a Tavon Austin, like a McCole Hardman or something like that. I don't see why he wouldn't be our starting punt returner. I want him to go out there and have Tyreek Hill level, Devin Hester level returns. I'm expecting that out of him. I mean, it may not happen, but he has the potential to literally be that, because there's the vision, there's the agility, there's the speed, there's the burst, there's the acceleration, there's the quickness. And then he has sure hands. You don't have to really worry about him muffing punts. He's out here making over-the-shoulder catches. I feel like it's more difficult to do that than to catch a punt. So I don't know. I feel like he has all of the tools to be like one of those guys that I'm surprised every team wasn't fighting for him. I mean, what were his offers? Now I'm curious. Like, while I let this play go, while I just let the tape keep going, who were his offers? Like, what's going on? So he had Auburn, Louisville, North Carolina, Michigan, like Alabama. Are y'all tripping? Like Oregon, Florida State, Arkansas, Miami, South Carolina, Purdue, Ole Miss, Georgia Tech, Mississippi State, Kentucky, Michigan State, Vanderbilt, Illinois, West Virginia, Cincinnati, Maryland, Missouri, NC State, Boston College, and it keeps going. Like, Kansas State, Appalachian, Troy, Grambling State. So y'all didn't even offer him Alabama? There's no way you watched the same tape I did and think we don't need that. There's no way the rest of y'all, Ohio State, looked at this and was like, nah, we don't need the fastest player in the country. Because again, he's not even just the fastest player in the country. He's not just like a ball of speed and just completely raw. This guy is coming with some level of floor to him. The vision. I mean, granted, it's not a highlight tape, so we don't know if he has a good grasp of the ball and if he's prone to fumble or not. That's a question mark right now. It's not a concern. It's just simply a question mark. But as far as his return ability, his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, I mean, he's literally running as an outside receiver some plays. So him running a wheel route is just going to feel extremely easily and familiar to him. He's been a slot receiver some of these plays, been an outside receiver. So I don't see what he can't do. I don't expect him to run people over. That's what Chauncey Bowens and Nathaniel Frazier are here to do out of this class. But this guy can pretty much do everything else. You can literally have him run a route like a receiver. And again, I think they're going to work on improving his route running, his hands and everything, and literally develop him as a receiver. I really see them projecting him doing that when he gets to Georgia. I really do. I think that's going to be one of the main focuses. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, like a McCole Hardman type of guy more recently, but I think he has the potential to maybe even be more explosive and more impactful for us, especially under like a Mike Bobo offense where he likes to abuse his great playmakers. Mike Bobo is not shy about giving the same guy the ball over and over again. He does not care. We're just going to keep giving it to him until the defense stops it. And if Dwight Phillips ends up on a hot streak from running the ball, receiving the ball, wheel routes, screens, bubble screens, all type of stuff, him starting in the backfield pre-snap as a running back and then motioning outside right before the ball is snapped is like somewhat of like a slot receiver, and then running like a slant route from there, and then yards after catch, taking a 5-yard catch 60 yards to the house. I mean, I'm just envisioning all of the things that he could potentially do for us, man. I'm not exactly seeing, I mean, maybe the 4-star, I guess. But to say there's 111 players better than this guy in the country is insane, especially when he's not only the fastest player in the country, but again, he's coming with the floor vision. He's breaking tackles. He has some contact balance like that. His hands are phenomenal. I mean, it's only been a few plays, but from what I've seen, he has surefire hands. He's not even a body catcher. Some receivers, I love Terry McLaurin. I'm a Washington Commanders fan, diehard Commanders fan, just like I am a UGA fan. Terry McLaurin even has a bad habit of trying to catch the ball with his body sometimes. But when I see on his tape, this man, Dwight Phillips, is a natural aggressive hands catcher. He's attacking the ball like this play with his hands, not dependent on his body to bring it in. He brought it to his body after he fully secured it. It wasn't like a hit the hands, bobble, bring the body to secure it. He had to secure it and then brought it to his body to run with it like a running back. I mean, I don't see too many negatives. And again, this is his junior tape. Not only are we talking high school, we're talking junior. So I'm not getting it. 111 players better than this guy. I really, really do not see it, man. But yeah, man, that's the end of this video. Please get in the comment section, let me know how you feel about everything discussed in this video. Please stiff arm that like button, stiff arm the subscription button, and stiff arm the bell next to that subscription button. Of course, get in the comment section, let me know how you feel about this player, how you feel about my analysis. Do you agree or disagree with anything? I take all critiques, even in the harsh ones, all of them. So let me know everything, because I'm trying to get this channel going, man. We're trying to get monetized, so please support the channel by subscribing and watching the videos and all that type of stuff, man. Leave likes. Even if you want to leave a dislike, just engage with the channel. I prefer a dislike than nothing. Just please engage with me. Just show me some love. So I'll really appreciate it. And of course, man, I'm coming with more content, more film sessions on players that are already committed, upcoming film sessions for players that haven't committed yet, that may potentially commit, all of that type of stuff, like these next slew of linebackers that are coming in, like Chris Cole, Chris Jones, all of these guys. We may potentially end up getting these guys as well. So I'm really excited about that, man. I'm telling you, stay tuned. I'm coming with all of the updates. And like I said, I'm not only going to be film session guy, I'm also going to be working on other forms of content like analysis, recruiting class analysis, start doing some breakdowns of the actual team. It can't just only be recruiting. We got to look at this 2023 Bulldogs team, potentially led by Carson Beck, and how good they're going to be. So we're going to start doing stuff like that, everything. So man, stay tuned. Without further ado, I'm going to catch y'all later. Appreciate y'all. I'm out.